Hey guys, Zach Larez, aka Sly Raptor Z here. Sorry if you have trouble hearing me, I don't have my fancy microphone. But I'm here today at Odyssey Games. It's formerly a Game Empire in Pasadena, California. And we're here at this intersection, here in Pasadena. And I'm actually going to go inside here for the first time since they changed ownership and since they had all the renovations. They've been busy for at least the last 2-3 months during the quarantine. They opened up their doors, I don't know, around a month ago. And I've been slow getting here. Been a little anxious about it, had some cold feet because it's a big deal for me. But I'm going to go inside here for the first time since they reopened. And I'm going to be seeing all of these renovations for the first time with you. And not only that, but we're going to pick up the newest hardcover adventure for Dungeons and Dragons while we're here. So it's going to be an exciting day, and I'm glad that I can share it with you. So let's go inside.
Hold up, I feel I need to explain something. Let's look at how the store used to be. So here you see all of these tables end to end, chairs right next to each other, people sitting in there elbow to elbow, all different genders, ages, sexes, races, people packed in there after school, after work, meeting people face to face. Yeah, there were some computers, but mostly it was face to face. And I noticed Dungeons and Dragons games getting played, and I managed to start joining some, and I learned the rules. And I just knew that I had to be involved at a greater level. I had to be the DM, I had to be the one running the games, so I learned how. And here I am DMing my first game, and those two guys in the back, yeah, those two guys, they ended up becoming my friends and coming over to my house, where another DM I met at the store was running a campaign on a weekly basis. Had a lot of great memories from that. And from there, you know, I spent time with those friends, painting minis. I got some of my housemates and my friends involved, and we started gaming as well. I just really unlocked like the 40-year-old version within myself. And I kept DMing. I had to keep doing it, and I met another guy who became my friend, and he got involved in my online campaign that I was running along with his significant other. And from there, it evolved, and I learned new skills, and it actually is what led to my YouTube channel, because I realized I had original content, I had stories, I had fun times to share. I began experimenting with programs, technology, graphics programs, just getting really creative and productive. And this is all thanks to this guy here, Chuck, who was the former, I believe, owner and, if not manager, of Game Empire, who is no longer with us. But that set the stage for the new store here.
Welcome. Please wash your hands before you enter. Or please use this hand sanitizer.
Okay, so looking around here, all these big tables, these are new custom-built tables, primarily for 40K, which is the games where they use these really intricate minis, hand-painted. Yeah, these weren't here before, and this room is just going to be full of these tables for these people to play these games. I personally haven't gotten into it, but here you actually see, this is more an example of like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game with the mini usage. Definitely not 40K. Yeah, it's more like Dungeons and Dragons, and it looks really epic. I think that might even be some Dwarven Forge stuff there. Anyway, the whole game store is, you know, they're just trying to bring it up to the next level in just about every way. But here I'm just kind of looking around for the first time, like I said, and I just happened to notice this game here on the corner.
Oh, the Legend of Drizzt? I didn't know this was a board game. That's pretty sweet.
Drizzt Do'Urden is actually a drow elf created by R.A. Salvatore, a wonderful author of a wonderful line of books based around Drizzt Do'Urden. And I highly recommend you check them out. I'm currently listening to book 2 on Audible. I'll put the links in the description. But yeah, so moving further into the store, all of these shelves, these are custom built shelves. I think the owner and some of the employees built it themselves with a little bit of help. I've definitely seen them out in the back cutting these things themselves with buzzsaws and whatnot. And upstairs there, that used to be just office space and tables full of mess. Now they cleared it out. But so the game store and fantasy and imagination, like we have all these stories that we love as a culture. Like for example, here's Star Wars. We love the characters, we love the stories, we love the battles, the intrigue. But then you realize that you can create a lot of this yourself using your own imagination and joined by your friends. And having a game system, whether it's 40K or Dungeons and Dragons or one of these many of other types of games, having a rule system there just kind of keeps things fair and enjoyable. But underneath it all is just letting your imagination soar and having fun and not relying on a new computer or a new console or a new game that you're going to play for a while and then discard. The hobbies that you use here, the hobbies that you explore here, the time you put in, it's going to last for years and years and years, you know, if not decades. And if you're a family person, you know, you can pass it on to the next generation.
D&D minis. Hey, how's it going, Robert? Hey, man, good to see you.
Hold on, that is Robert. Robert sold me my first minis and my first D20 like a year and a half ago and posed for this picture with me.
You doing some recording or what's up?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, so I was like recording some of the shop.
Oh, cool, fun, dude.
Yeah.
How's it been, man?
Yeah, been good.
Yeah?
Yeah, been pretty good, yeah.
Rock on, dude.
You guys have obviously been very busy.
Yeah, dude.
And busy they have been. They built all that. They cleared off this upstairs area. They brought in an artist to make these custom murals on the wall. And so now it looks like an enchanted forest for you to play your game amidst the trees and the fairies and perhaps the Feywild even. And yeah, like I said, they brought in multiple artists. Here's one touching up the art that already existed in the store. The store is honoring the legacy. Like any good gamer, any true nerd, you honor the legacy, and this store is doing just that. With all of these beautiful games, I started to lose myself, get immersed, get distracted. All this beautiful artwork was so appealing. I wanted to pick up so many of them and just read their descriptions. But I started to remember why I had come, and then I saw something that reminded me of exactly what it was. The game that started it all, that got me into tabletop gaming, all the hours spent watching YouTube videos, watching Dungeon Dudes about the rule system, about building characters, and advice to dungeon masters. I had come to pick up my first hardcover campaign book that I would be running online, ICEWIND DALE, Rime of the Frost Maiden. This was the first book I was here from the beginning for, and that I was going to run. When the quarantine's over and I'm face-to-face with players again, I'm going to want plenty of minis. I love minis. I love painting them, collecting them. It's so satisfying when you put them on the table and just looking at the players' faces react to them and being able to use them effectively to tell a story. There's all different kinds: heroes, monsters, villains, NPCs. Yeah, they technically all have names and stat blocks, but really they're just blank slates, and you put the stories into them. You put the character into them, the personality, even the monsters. Some of these monsters your players are going to encounter, and some of them might be responsible for their deaths. Some might help them. Some might surprise them and become allies. Like they're each under a glass, like in a showcase, and all you see is the possibilities that you will put there. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's left up to chance, as with the dice, and it's kind of like life. You try really hard to do things the way you want, but there's always that element of chance. Like taking a picture with your first D&D mini and then having the same guy be willing to pose for another picture with your first campaign book. So use your imagination, play fair, have fun, relish the characters you meet, vanquish the monsters, claim some rewards, and just enjoy the person you become in this life. And where one tale ends, fear not, for the next is only beginning. As a wise man once said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Thank you for watching. Please support your local game store and your local comic book shop. If you don't know where the closest one to you is, maybe now's a good chance to look it up.